All right, welcome to the Great Minds Podcast. This is Derrick.
This is Vaughn.
And we're here with the Valentines. How you guys doing?
What's going on? Appreciate you guys.
Pleasure having you guys on.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
All right, so a brief introduction. We have Marcus and Diamonique Valentine, both former college athletes, business owners, and a great couple with tremendous faith and a great story. So I'm happy to have y'all here today.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
All right, so just for the people that don't know both of you, can you each give me a little bit of a background of what you guys are doing, where you grew up, things like that?
Yeah, I'll go first. So my name is Diamonique Valentine, like you said. Thanks. I'm from Camden, New Jersey, 28 years old now. Yep, born and raised Camden, New Jersey. Played sports since the age of 12, played basketball. Graduated college in 2015 from University of District of Columbia. Met my husband at the age of 22, got married at the age of 24. Yep, something like that. We'll be celebrating our 4-year anniversary in August.
Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty much my bio.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? This is Marcus. I'm actually, I'm from Sicklerville, New Jersey, but I grew up all over the world, really. I was a military brat. My dad was in the Army my entire life, all the way up to the age of 14. So after he retired, we got settled in Sicklerville, and I call Winslow Township my home. And I played football, worked really, really, really hard to get a full athletic Division I scholarship to Towson University, and where I played football for 4.5 years, graduated with a degree in criminal justice. And after getting out of school, I just learned that developing a business and working for myself and being an entrepreneur was really the route that I was supposed to be on, with everything that I've acquired throughout my life. Throughout that process, I met my beautiful wife, who became my best friend, everything, man. And we do everything together, man. And I think that's extremely important one of the amazing ingredients to our success of just being amazing with each other, is that we get to be with each other every second of the day. So that's where we at.
Definitely. Wow, that's great. So I know Derrick and I spoke about this before. We wanted to know, okay, so how did y'all meet, and who hollered at who first? So I think I know the answer to that, but you never know.
Who shot that shot?
I bagged him.
Oh, talk to him, D.
She bagged me. We so if you guys don't know, we're Herbalife distributors, so we do Herbalife nutrition. That's our business. That's like our main thing that we do. And me and my best friend Josh Askew, we would host opportunity meetings from my house to his house, and we would go back and forth. And she decided to show up one night as somebody else's guest. We connected. What grabbed me about her was her energy, because I couldn't see her because it was pitch dark. So I couldn't see her, and I asked her what her name was, and she was like, Poochie. And I was like, no, what is your real name? She said Diamonique, and from the moment she said Diamonique, you know what I'm saying, it was just so unique, and her energy was amazing. We exchanged each other contact information, and then I liked the next 100 photos on her Instagram.
Serial liked it.
Serial liked it.
I texted her before I did it, though. I said, just to let you know, I'm about to run down your page. Don't think I'm a weirdo.
Oh, you gave it a heads up. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. We just became friends, and we became more of like accountability partners, I like to say, because I was in a stage in my life where I already came out of some dark places, and you know what I'm saying, my relationship with God and my relationship with Christ was strong enough to help her battle whatever she was battling, and I think that was the foundation of our friendship. And then it
and I think that's dope. Actually, my wife and I will be at 10 years this Friday, so about to hit that dime. Vaughn hit 10 years last month.
Yeah, hit 10 years last month. Yeah.
We were all in each other's weddings and everything, so we celebrate. I think we had like 3 weddings in like 9 weeks.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Another one, boys. But yeah, you got to build it on friendship. I tell everybody that, because the stuff's gonna fade, and we'll get into your story later on. And a lot of that, I'm sure, proved true for you guys.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if that's your homie or, you know, you run and tell her stuff before you call your boys, then, you know, that's the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess what was your, and you both can answer, what were your experience as college athletes?
Oh, shoot. Mine's simple, so I'll let her share first.
I went to several different schools. So as a high school athlete, I failed my SATs, so I had to redshirt my first year at Bloomfield College.
Okay.
So I was a redshirt, and I just couldn't handle not playing basketball, and you know, 18, 19, wilding out, failing all my classes. So I ended up coming back home as a redshirt. I ended up leaving, coming back home. I went to Camden County while I was working for like $7.25 at Forever 21.
Yep.
And I was like, my mission was to try to get my GPA up so that I can go play somewhere else. So took the semester at Camden County, get my GPA up, and then I got recruited to a JUCO in PA, where I played at a JUCO for 2 years, and it was the best probably 2 years of my college ever. Just really, you know, being everything from the star of my team and the captain, and just experiencing life at another level in college. And then
was that at Harcum?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we do our research.
Yeah. And then after leaving Harcum, I went to University of DC, and I finished my 2 years up at there. And my first year was rocky. I gained 30 pounds, and I was in jeopardy of losing my basketball scholarship. So it was lose the weight if I wanted to return, and even if I was returning, I was told that I wasn't going to play. I wasn't going to see the floor, even if I did return. So took that summer, my junior year, got healthy. I wanted to graduate because I didn't want to put my mom through all of this craziness and 4 or 5, however many four different colleges, and not walk away with nothing. So came home, started working on my health, and I went back, and I actually was a starter from not even being told I wasn't even going to play at all, and finishing my senior year at UBC.
Wow. So, I'm Dominique. Before you start, Marcus, I wanted to say your story is really, really great about the college experience too, because I tell people that don't let college get away with your school, because college and school is 2 different things. Because once you go to college, you know, you got a little freedom. You got maybe 3 classes a day, maybe 2. You got a lot of time to be idle and do different things, even if you play sports. And a lot of kids, a lot of people get sidetracked at school. But your perseverance shows, you know, that's what, you know, you go through tribulations, trials and tribulations, and you come back strong, and you end up starting. So
yeah,
there we go. And got the degree. So you good.
Awesome.
That's great.
All right. My journey was a little different. It was a one trick pony, man. I attended Towson, and Towson University was the best experience of my life. Because it molded me into everything, you know what I'm saying, that I am, as far as like a lot of my values and a lot of my leadership qualities. And I think being a part of a team is such a huge deal. And that's what I had learned with being a collegiate athlete. So different from high school, especially being on a football team where if you get to that level where you put in a position to be a leader of 100 other teammates, it was powerful. But when my freshman year, I almost flunked out of school. Like you said, like you can get loose with you. And my freshman year, I was playing. So my freshman year, I was playing as a freshman, as an 18-year-old. You traveling and you missing class on Fridays and missing class on Mondays. And my only focus was on the field, and I almost didn't make it to my sophomore year because that was my only focus.
Okay.
So having to climb back and really just learn how to balance. There wasn't no college life. It was football and it was class. And if something fell in between that, it did. So, like she said, I couldn't go back home to tell my parents, you know what I'm saying, that I flunked out of school because, you know what I'm saying, I just playing. So But I loved every single minute of Towson, man. Those boys, I still call my brothers to this day. But my experience, it taught me so much because my first 3.5 years of college, all I did was lose. We won a total of 9 games in 3 years, which means you average 3 wins a year.
Right.
One of my years, we won 2 games. And then my senior year, we won a championship. So through those, you know what I'm saying, that roller coaster of a journey of learning how to lose, learning how to persevere, seeing people quit, seeing new people come, going through different coaches and things like that. It taught me so much, and I apply that to my life. And one thing that I always want to do with everything that I do is leave a legacy. And I felt like I left my mark at my school for me to go back and take my family to let them know what I've built and why I am who I am and what I've done. And when I take my wife back to Towson, she sees this experience and how I light up and how I, you know what I'm saying, how the energy I get when I step on campus, because it was something that was built when I was, you know, 18 to 22 years old. So it's amazing for her to be a part of that. And then when we have kids, it's going to be amazing to take them to see, you know what I'm saying, what I was a part of and how I finished. So that was like my college career, man. And it was amazing. I wouldn't trade for the world. I had no regrets. I left it all in the classroom, thank God, and I left it all on the field. So like I don't be chasing no dreams that is blurred or that ain't there, man. And I'm happy the cleats is hung up and I'm finished.
Well, I wanted to add too, it was great about both of your stories. And we spoke to a former college athlete, now an NBA player, and we basically was talking about how now college players are talking about getting paid for their likeness, right? And how people don't understand that being a college athlete, it's not easy. People think that it's a job. It's a full-time job. I don't care if I'm from a JUCO. I don't care where you're at. It's a job because if you don't play, you don't get the scholarship. You know what I'm saying? As you were saying, Dominique, that they were talking to you about like, hey, you might not play. So, you know, it's a 4-year job or however you're going to be there. So I think people need to understand that. You know, that's why it's important that these kids get a little something for what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, man. And you give your heart and soul to the university, and you represent something bigger than yourself.
Not even your soul, your body.
Everything.
Yeah,
everything. You know what I'm saying? For the greater vision of, you know what I'm saying, whatever you signed up for. And one thing that used to burn my soul was when people used to be like, y'all got it easy, y'all athletes. If y'all only knew, you couldn't walk a mile, you couldn't walk a half a mile in our shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like going to bed at 11 p.m., waking up at 4:30 a.m. You got people clocking you. They telling you what to eat, when to eat, how to eat. They make it like it was just like it's crazy because like when you look back on it, you be like, dang, like man, like that was really my life. You know what I'm saying? And when we transitioned into society, I didn't know how to adapt. Like, how do you adapt from? You know what I'm saying? Like the world. The world was so slow for us. It was like, man, y'all moving in slow motion. 9 to 5, like what is that? Like it just wasn't. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like you could wake up at 10. What do you do that
at? Okay. Like it was crazy. Wow.
All right. So outside of Herbalife, do you guys still have the Renew Nutrition spot?
We don't have the spot physically, but we're on the go now. We relaunched our On the Go
on Saturday.
Last Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
We do it once a week for right now. So we'll be people are literally placing their orders right now for us to meet them at our locations that they picked up from on Saturday. So we took a break from it, you know what I'm saying, despite, you know what I'm saying, our circumstance and everything that's going on. But we relaunched last week and it was amazing. Amazing to see.
I definitely saw some of the pictures on your social media.
Yeah.
So say it goes popping out there.
Yeah, it's good day. So it'll be a better day this week.
It's crazy. Like I look at, like you can look at your whole Instagram and it tells a story. And if I'm not mistaken, I used to work out at Edge Fitness very early in the morning. And I'm pretty sure y'all used to be working on the track. Now that I'm kind of putting 2 and 2 together. So
you can thank me for that because she ain't getting up at no
All right, so what we want to get into, like, what was, like, we want to talk about the cancer. And one thing I want to say is, like, you know, the fact that you even documented everything, like, I think that was great for people to see. like at the time, I'm assuming you're around 27 years old when it happened. Like you could have been like, why me? And you know, it's supposed to happen to this, but it, you know, and I'm sure you had your moments, but like what I saw from it was courage, you know, and I was moved by that. What was each of your reactions when you first recognized that? Because I know, like, I mean, you guys are partners, and although Dime had it, you know, Marcus had it too.
We had
it.
Yeah,
So,
if not more, because you seeing somebody you love going through that, you can't do nothing about it. You getting hit even more ways. You might not feel the pain physically, but you feel it.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing ever. I tell people to go through, to see somebody that you care about going through something that you can't help them with. You know, that's the hardest thing. So definitely. So how was your reaction? You know, like when you found out everything, and how did you guys talk about it? You know.
Yeah, so they called. So I went and got a biopsy done, and they told us like they would call in 3 days or whatever. So we were at our shop, and they called, and my mom was working at our shop too. So my mom happened to be like sitting on the side of me, and Marcus was like on the other side of the bar. So I was like, oh, Cooper calling. I picked up. And I'm like, hello. And they're like, Dominique. I'm like, yeah. And it was like, yeah, we got the results back. Sorry, but it's cancer. And I was like, okay.
Over the phone?
Yeah.
I know.
Or what happened to?
They didn't say come in. No.
Come in. What happened to that?
Wow.
I might as well text you at this point. Sheesh.
At this point.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was wild. Like, you just gonna tell me that over the phone. Like,
Yeah.
like, they ain't supposed to do that, but whatever.
I'm about to say you're not supposed to do that, but yeah. It's crazy.
So I'm like, okay. And
Yeah, she was more shocked.
yeah, so he's like, all right, so need to get you in with the surgeon, need to meet with this person, and I'm like, I said, my mom's like, what? And I was like, they said it's cancer. And she was like, what? And Mark was like, what? He's like, she was like, they said it's cancer. So he come over there like, what? Like, he didn't even know that I had picked up the phone or whatever. So
I'm at the edge of the bar, music loud, and it was, I'm on my phone, you know what I'm saying?
So then everybody just sitting there looking at me like, and I'm just sitting there, and then they like we just looking at each other like.
No. We ain't just looking at each other like, I lost it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, well, first off, we can backtrack to when she went to go for the checkup, when she went for her biopsy. You know what I'm saying? So when she went for her biopsy, she was there, and she actually went for a mammogram. She went for a mammogram, and then she called me and said, Mark, they got to do a biopsy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? So the week prior to that, she came home, I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
of course.
Why they had to stick you? Why they had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I'm like, I just want you to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to be okay. So throughout a week of prayer and waiting, like, you get hit with the hammer. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I lost every single breath in my body. Like, I mean, like, I went weak. Like, I walked straight back to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was
literally on the floor. Like, I couldn't stand up. Like, it was crazy. I couldn't even control I was trying to control myself. And like, is she chilling? You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you know what it is?
Me up, she wiped my face.
First,
like,
I was still sitting out there. Like, when he walked in the bathroom, I was still sitting out there with my mom, and I was like, okay, like sit on the phone, like, what do you guys want me to do or whatever. So then they said they're gonna call back. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, dang, like, I'm just sitting there. I ain't cry or nothing at first. I'm sitting there, and then I'm like to my mom, let me go check on Marcus, because I'm like, if I know.
Yeah.
I know how much Marcus loved me, and I know he ain't there going through it. So I went in the bathroom, and he was sitting on the floor crying. I'm like, yo, we gonna be good. Like, we gonna figure. I'm like mad solution oriented. Like, I just want to figure out what we gotta do. Like, what we gotta do to fix it. What we gotta do to whatever. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, me too. But
in that moment, I also was like, I can't. If I break down and cry right now, like. Yeah. Everybody's going so I'm like, I gotta show up. You think I don't want to cry? Yeah, I want to cry, but I'm not gonna let y'all see me crying at that moment. I need y'all to know that I'm okay. Because sometimes people think of cancer and you could think of it like death right away, like, and I'm not sick. Like, I don't look sick. Like, is just a symptom of a tumor that I have. So when you hear like that somebody got cancer, you automatically think of them as like sick. Like, and I didn't want to be looked as like everybody being, oh, she's sick. Like, so I was like, when I'm around people, I'm gonna carry myself like with happiness, with hope, like speaking life, because I want other people to speak that with me and not imagine me as sick. So, but we had our time. Like after that, we closed our shop. Like we closed early, I think, or my mom took over, something like that. And we went out on a step.
Yeah, we was on a step.
And I like called my dad and.
Yeah, we just, and then when we got home, you know what I'm saying? Like we just talked and was like, man, like we can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it was,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was literally like unbelievable.
It was like fate. Like it felt fate.
Like come on, man. Like we do everything right. Like we help, we look good. We don't. Oh my God! Like we surround ourselves with like good things, and we put good things into our mind, into our hearts, into our spirits. Like what happened? Not why. What happened?
What happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like we like what happened? You know what I'm saying? So like. I mean, I think that was the thing. Like, we never like questioned like why, or never was like why, but we always like the thought was like you know what I'm saying? Like she don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? That was I'm like, dang, like you don't deserve this. Yo, you such an awesome person. And, like,
you know what's crazy? How strong the females are, how strong you are too. So I was saying, Dom said, I'm gonna make sure Marcus is good. I'm gonna go check on him, right? And that's what women do. Women are stronger than us. I say this all the time. I tell my wife this all the time. Like, you're stronger than us. When God created the woman and he said, all right, you're going to have babies, I can take a lot of pain. I can go do a lot of stuff, but I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So women can have, they have like this superhuman quality that I think Marcus, as a man, we're like, we can take anything. Like, all right, let me, but once that hits, we break down and our woman carries us up.
Yeah, like, was on the floor.
It was different, man. And I thank God for her strength because, like, man, she just inspires me every single day. Once I had my moment, though, like, I locked in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, you thought I was super husband before. Like it's a wrap. Like, I'm telling you, like, we gonna get through this. Like, we gonna, like, I'm telling you, like, man, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I dropped everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. Like, nothing else mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like nothing else was a priority. Like, everything that we were stressing about before, everything that worried us before, everything that was causing us, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like, it just left. Because I'm like, the only thing is her being healed and her being whole and healthy and free. And I was just like, she ain't gonna have to lift a finger or a pinky or whatever if she ain't got to, and she didn't have to.
Yeah, that's love.
You definitely won husband of the year. I seen you on the pedicure. I see you feeding him. I was like, yo, this guy is winning right now.
Everything, bro. We walked into when we were going to like cancer treatments and everything, man. We were so prepared, and preparation, it trumps pressure, man. And we made sure we was prepared for everything. We did everything on our part that we could possibly do, so that, you know what I'm saying, so that the doctors can be like, I don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying. Besides prayer and believing and having extreme faith. We did the things. We didn't just leave it to prayer. We took action and really like did everything on our end, from nutrition to, you know what I'm saying, to everything to combat the symptoms and things like that. And, you know what I'm saying, it was days where I was on a 24-hour watch, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching her sleep. I'm watching her get up, and I'm watching her, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. So I can learn, we can learn different little things. But we just was on point with everything, man. And, far from easy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
we had our moments, and the conversations will come up, and of things like of being scared, and again, the what, why, you know what I'm saying? She don't deserve this, and things like that. But you know what I'm saying? It all, you know, it's still working, you know what I'm saying, in our favor, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I say about love, right, and about relationships. Just whether it's a firm relationship, whether it's a marriage, or whatever it is. Nowadays, relationships aren't tested like they used to be, right? So you don't know how someone is down with you until something happens, right? So it's like the death do his part, and then boom, something happens. That's when you really see who's stepping up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a funny thing. I had like a smaller situation, right? One day, I went out, worked out, like this is in my backyard, didn't eat, right? Don't tell me why. I'm not smart. You know, we do dumb stuff like that, right? I come back to the house. I'm doing some work. I'm in my basement. And like I had the TV on, I got really weak, right? My blood sugar dropped. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't even yell for help. Like no one's gonna hear me, right? So my wife comes down the stairs, she's like, are you all right? And I said, no. And I never say no, right? She moved the fastest I seen her move to make me a sandwich and some orange juice. My levels back up. And I don't have like diabetes or anything like that, but you know, when you don't eat, you know how it goes. And I'm like, I never seen you move that fast in my life. She goes, I know. She goes, I knew you was in trouble, so I helped you out fast, right? I'm like, damn. If I ask for something else, I get take forever for it to come. But it made me see like when you need somebody like your partner, that's when you really test it. And you guys like, that's unbelievable, man.
Mm-hmm. You know? And I think God put stuff on people, and it sounds cliche that can handle it. Like he's not gonna put that on somebody that's gonna feel sorry for themselves, and you know. So I think he put that on you guys to show people strength to anybody that followed your process. See that you could make it through. Why'd you decide to document the process? Like, yeah. I know you covered like you took pics after all the chemo for the most part, right? Mm-hmm. Why'd you decide to make that like a public thing?
Well, I think because that's already my life and what I do. Like, so who I am and my business, and I'm just an overall open person. So it would have got real weird if I just went from sharing everything in my life to going missing for the next 6 months. Like at first I knew I had it and I didn't tell nobody for maybe like 2 weeks. And I'm like, yo, like I got to tell my clients, like in my head, I'm like, they need to know what's going on with me. Like, not because I'm not going, it's just because the relationship I have with people, like, and I want them to know like that like what I'm going through and that I'm still in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew I wasn't just going to disappear off the map. Like I'm too influential in other areas of my life to just let cancer take me out from being who I am. Like I didn't want to stop being who I was because of a diagnosis. And also when and I didn't have to share so much, but the reason I decided to share so much of it is because the kind of breast cancer I have is triple negative breast cancer. It's women under 40, under 30 get it. Black women, African American women are majority of it. Black women find it later than any other race, like all different types of things. So I was like, okay, so now when I go to Instagram and I type in hashtag triple negative breast cancer, because that's anytime I don't even go to Google, I just go to Instagram because that's where you're gonna find everything at. So triple negative breast cancer. And you couldn't see the story of people. Like sometimes you want to look at things, you want to be like, I need to know what I'm gonna go through, or what's gonna happen, or somebody else who went through it, or what is it gonna look like? How do I prepare for it? And I couldn't. It was missing pieces, like of people who went through their journey. So I'm like, I want somebody to come to my page and see what it looked like. Treatment 1 through 16. Double mastectomy, like look at my journey of what I went through so they can know what the road ahead of them looks like. And not, you don't really see people winning. You see people sad and depressed and pity and things like that. So I was like, okay, I want to show what it looks like to be victorious through cancer, to be thriving through cancer, to be alive and well through a cancer journey. So that's why I really wanted to do it, to show that you can be victorious in it and that it wasn't a death sentence.
Yeah, I think people definitely need to see that as well, because you definitely inspired so many people by seeing that too. And the fact that you are so young, that I think a lot of times us being young, we think that we're invincible with certain things, right? We don't think it can happen to us. And that's just in anything. So to see someone young as you going through that and documenting it, that lets people, okay, go get my checkups. If something doesn't feel right, let me see what's going on here. You know, a lot of people don't do that, especially us in the African American community. You know, I love going to the doctor. That's just what I do. But some people don't. You know, it could be a lot of different reasons. It could be healthcare reasons why they're not going, or just afraid of the outcome of what they're gonna find out. You know, that's the worst thing that we can do as a culture, to be afraid to go to the doctor. You know, But,
Yep. And when I would share on social media, it was so many women who was suffering in silence. Like when I first started sharing, I would get like 5, 6, 7 Me Too's a day. Like,
wow.
oh, me too. I didn't tell nobody, but I'm going through this. Oh, me too. And I'm like, yo, like it makes everybody got cancer or everybody got this sickness or everybody like, and they just not sharing it. Oh, you inspiring me to share my journey. Oh, I've been going through this all this time by myself, which opens up now to them sharing on their social media and them receiving love and happiness and gifts and wholeness and inspiration. Because when you let people in, that's what you get back from it. So
turns into a community too.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what she built. I think she opened up the door for so many people to actually reach out to her too, because a lot of times people see stuff on like social media and then they might hesitate on reaching out. But she's so open to receiving and giving back to so many people. She tells people to call her, FaceTime her, things like that, like who are about to go into like surgery, who are about to start chemo. We've been on so many calls, and it's just amazing to see how, you know what I'm saying, how giving she is, because you know what I'm saying, because when she would reach out, you know what I'm saying, she didn't get that same response. So she was like, I'm going to be the one that responds. I'm going to be the one that hops on calls with these, you know what I'm saying, with women who are scared and things like that. So I commend her for that too, because she's being for people with, you know, what she wanted throughout the process and what she needed. And she did have people to call on and people to lean on, but those, they were like friends inside of our circle, you know what I'm saying, not complete strangers.
Random,
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about that. I know you guys have each other, of course, but who did you talk to outside of each other? Because I know some things, you know, we might be going through, and I do it sometimes too, where you could, you know, you might be going through it with your wife or something, or want to help them out, but you have to lean on somebody too, or vice versa, because you want to be strong. And, you know, so who, you guys had a good support system outside of yourselves?
yeah, our family, we were like in as soon as everything happened, we like had like
called the whole squad together.
Our whole family meetings.
We had family
bought our list of everything, what we needed, when we had this, our schedule, the next 6 months, what it's gonna look like. Prayer, of course, we had everybody download Telegram, got in a big group chat, and was just there to support each other. And also, not only just for that, but so we won't keep getting the same questions of what's today, what the doctor say, what's this. Definitely. Like nobody want to keep going through that over
we prepped
and over
them after
again.
every appointment.
So, like,
I would leave a voice message.
If you got a question, go check Telegram. Like, I'm not about to have this conversation over and over again. It's dreading. Like, it's dreading to keep saying what the doctor said. So, but we had our family in that aspect where anything we needed, like, we felt like it wasn't no way it wasn't gonna happen, because we had a big family, big support system, and our community, besides our family, our company, our Herbalife community, they did fundraisers for us, and was all types of crazy stuff that you wouldn't think people would do. Like, why you do that for me? Like, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, that's why you say, like, we were just super blessed and super. I think the biggest thing for us was being receiving. Yeah. Because before that, I think it humbled us too, because we were in a position where we were always the givers.
Right.
You're giving so much, like you're not really used to receiving. So, but when like you're like almost powerless, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, like we had to close down business. We had to close, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then it's like people are like, you know what I'm saying, like we had to be like, okay, God, we're open to receiving this journey, not, you know what I'm saying, anything tangible, but just this journey and whatever it comes with.
Yeah.
But we had, I mean, I know for me personally, just as for being like her rock and being there for her, like I was able to call on my pastor like whenever, you know what I'm saying? Like if I would text him good morning, he would call. Like it wasn't. I'll be like, I'm texting him on the treadmill and just say good morning. He would call me. I'll be in the middle of my workout. So and us just having, you know what I'm saying, that support too. You know what I'm saying? Our pastor's praying for us and calling us on call, like making sure, you know what I'm saying, everything was okay, and making sure that, you know what I'm saying, our spirit was still strong too throughout this journey was a major thing for us too.
Yeah, and I had met another lady who had just well, not just, like maybe 3 years ago, she had breast cancer, and she was you actually knew her, but she was my sister's friend, and she would check on me like every morning. Like, how you feel? Oh, try this. Things like that. Like,
Good.
so somebody who been through it was able to be there for me as well.
And the thing is, you guys have good energy, have great energy actually. So, I'm a believer in energy too, is what you put out, what you're going to get back. So you put out good stuff, you get it back. So that's why everyone's coming to you, giving you. And you're right, Marcus, you got to be able to receive it. And that's the hard part when you're used to giving, you're not used to receiving it. So
that's a skill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things I always like. If you see on my page, I always say like love wins, like no matter what you going through, like love wins, because me and Marcus, we love everybody, and for like forever, like we've been so much for so many people, and now like like you really get to see who you've been for people when you get in packages and gifts and flowers and
definitely
so much stuff getting sent to your house every single day. And you like, this is just a result of who I've been. This is just the impact of who I've been for people.
Yeah,
right?
y'all put that work in already before y'all even knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, because if you was a bad person, or if you ain't lead people better than you, we don't burn no bridges. We don't burn, you never know who you going to need, who going to need.
Exactly.
We got people at all these different places, like.
And it's with no expectation.
Yep.
It's just because I think, you know what I'm saying, like we've worked on ourselves so hard. We've had, you know what I'm saying, and I think it's just with no expectation, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's just what our relationship is with each other, you know what I'm saying, like the love that I have for her is just, it portrays into, you know what I'm saying, every single body, you know what I'm saying, like, so it's like I don't love her with an expectation, like, because if I do, then I'm gonna be let down daily. You know what I'm saying? So like,
definitely.
Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's why. You know what I'm saying? Just us as people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you love your. You know what I'm saying? Like that agape love is just like, it's that unconditional love. Because if she does something that, you know what I'm saying, not in alignment with something, then that was that expectation I had. So kind of the same for people. People are so unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? So you just love with no expectation, and then however it comes back, it'll come back.
Definitely.
Start expecting stuff, then be like,
no problem.
He ain't pay me back.
Rough faithfully.
All right, what's life like now? Like, what can you do? Can't you do? Are you back to 100%? Any restrictions?
Yeah, well, I'm so I had a double mastectomy May 20th. All right, so how this? Okay, I had double mastectomy May 20th. I can go so many places with it, but let's start at first. So first, once my report came back from my mastectomy, I had 4 millimeters of residual cancer left from chemo. So they took it out, but they wanted to make sure it didn't spread nowhere else in my body. So I'm on a chemo pill for 6 months. So I take it morning and night. I'm actually not on it this week because it was giving me bad symptoms. So they're having me take a break on them for a little while. But also I'm in physical therapy because for my mastectomy, I'm having some issues with my shoulders. So I'm going there and trying to get that back. That's my only restriction, is being in pain from surgery, I would say. But yeah, still doctor's appointments. I haven't received that survivorship yet because I'm still going through it's like a preventative to lessen my reoccurrence numbers. So that's what I'm on now. And then also adding in, we're already on a holistic approach, like from the beginning, but now looking at it even further, like besides the stuff that we're doing on our own, how we can have other people helping us. So we're looking to go to Mexico in November, to a place called Hope for Cancer. And I would stay there for 3 weeks, and just as a preventative, just to make sure, the doctors here, they tell you, that they doing stuff to make sure it's nothing in your body, but they don't really have, the US don't really have testing and all this other stuff that other countries have. So we looking to go to Mexico. We just found this place last week, well, we knew about it, but we just had our consultation last week, is $47,000. And we would go for 3 weeks, and they would give me different kind of treatments, other than treatments that I can get in the U.S. And that's how it would go.
Okay. I've actually heard that Hope for Cancer, a place in Mexico, former coworker of mine had a friend that went out there to receive treatment out there about, I think, a couple of years ago, I believe 1 or 2 years ago. So all this stuff is going on, and a pandemic is going on at the same time. So how have you guys been able to focus on that? Because I know, especially when you going into the treatment, getting treatment, Marcus, you're there watching. Can you be able to accompany her there, or could you not be there when she's getting certain treatments, or how does that work?
In the beginning.
Yeah, well, yeah, the pandemic hit like in like maybe like her last couple of weeks.
Okay.
That's good.
So I was in the car for like her last 2 or 3 treatments.
Okay.
Last 2 treatments, I was in the car outside on FaceTime or whatever. But surgery, I had to drop her off.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, I had walked her up to the. They let me come in though and walk her up to the thing and let me say goodbye to her, but I couldn't stay in the hospital. I couldn't be there. She woke up.
I had to stay the night.
She had to stay the night.
Oh man.
FaceTime, like, yo, like I'm they're trying to jump through the camera, trying to figure out what the nurse is doing. Like, they not helping her get up. She can't reach her phone. She can't wipe her face. Like, just like the little things, you know what I'm saying, I was so used to doing every single day. Like, I couldn't wait to you know what I'm saying, for the next day to go pick her up. So I take care of her, but you know what I'm saying, it got better. Her appointments, I just wait outside for her appointments. I'm on FaceTime. The doctors are like, yo, what's up?
Phone up, like, yeah, we're on the phone.
Yeah, so, but everything is, you know what I'm saying,
and we were already quarantined since October, November anyway. So it was just another level of it. So everybody was like, oh, I'm ready to get out the house. I'm stuck in the house. And I'm like, look, like, get a coloring book, go color, go do some puzzles.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't let nobody in her face before the quarantine happened. So
we already been isolated and not going anywhere because my counts was already low. I was already compromised before the pandemic hit. So just the only thing really was for us, we're not being able to go, like him not being able to go to the doctors or me not being able, we spent a lot of time with our family. So even with our family, like it was weeks, a month probably went by, I didn't see my mom and dad, like, because I just couldn't risk it. And
I was already prepped for that then.
For real. I always say the people that couldn't wait to get out, they didn't like their family. That's what it was. Because what ends up happening is you have to stay home, right? So when you go to work, you get a break sometime. Like, I can go 9 to 5, whatever I'm doing. You got to sit there with your mate or whoever it is. You feel like you might not like her or him anymore. And that's why they want to get out the house.
Take the long way home, sit in the whip when you get in the driveway.
That's what it comes down to.
All right, so we're going to transition from this. What TV shows are you guys watching?
Right now. No, but what we just got finished. Well, right now Greenleaf is crazy.
Greenleaf.
So let's start with. We never used to watch TV.
Oh yeah, TV was
like we were street runners. Like we played sports. Like
street.
Let me tell y'all how we started watching. What TV meant for us. It meant quality time.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Always on the go, and we were so young. And we
got married and we opened our business a year later, our brick and mortar business.
Yeah, so we were like, and we didn't know how to like hang out. How we gonna hang out? So one night we was in the house and we was just like, yo, we had like an off night or something. We was like, yo, what are we gonna do? And like I text my brother for, somebody got the Netflix account. I'll text my brother for Cole. It was like, yo, bro.
Let me hold that.
It was our opportunity to unplug from the world and have a conversation about something else. And we always watch something that was relatable to life. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch some trash TV. And then that's how we got into like finding shows that, you know what I'm saying, were kind of dope. And that's how we started watching like Netflix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really watch TV, but like
I'm like three episodes behind on Greenleaf, but I rock with it.
You gotta catch up, right? But we fell in love with throughout the when the pandemic hit, we really fell in love with
This Is Us.
Oh, This Is Us.
It was best shows on TV.
That's a dope show.
Favorite show. Greenleaf.
we watched Scandal.
Because we missed it all those years.
We ain't
so.
know. Like, so before it went off the air, we ain't know nothing about Scandal. So we watched Scandal. What else?
You gotta check out Ozark, man. Good show.
She won't let me. She don't do the killing and the drugs and the vampires.
You gotta watch that when she go down.
Yeah, when she go down, you gotta watch it.
That's all me. I'm like, give me all of that.
We tried to watch Power. It was just too intense.
She wouldn't let me watch Power.
You know what's so funny? You sound just like my wife. She misses all the good shows because she goes, it's too bloody or something with drugs. I don't want to see that. I'm like, but what is that? If you watch the show, there might be a little bit of that's sprinkled in there, but it's more character development and building. Like, so you miss a lot of good shows that way.
Yeah.
How about music? How about music wise?
Oh, music?
What you like? Who you like?
Drake.
Who's listening to?
Drake. Drake is our god. Drake, J. Cole.
All right.
Besides, you know what I'm saying, that, and we usually mix it up. We you know what I'm saying, listen to a few other like current artists. A lot of music we don't know nothing about unless we hear it. But we love praise and worship music.
Gotcha.
Starts our day, ends our day in the car, whatever. But we love praise and worship music. But yeah, our favorite hip hop artist is Drake.
So, was there any like Don? Did you bring some music to Marcus that he didn't know about? And Marcus, did you put her on to something that she didn't know about?
Nah.
When you guys first met, like
we started drinking together, like literally, like we just would drink all day. Like we would take road trips and actually, I didn't really listen to music. I stopped listening to music altogether.
Really?
I had to reprogram. I reprogrammed a lot when I was like 23. When I got out of school, like I cut off music, I cut off TV. Like literally, like I didn't listen to music for 6 months. I was listening to all self-development, and I was just in my word. So I developed this muscle to when I was in the car or when I was like she broke this shell of me. She broke it back open. And we went on a road trip to Charlotte, from Jersey to Charlotte. This is a 9.5-hour drive. And I was literally, for like the first 5 or 6 hours, I played an audiobook. And
this is daytime?
Daytime. The energy in the car sucked. Like I ruined the whole trip, bro. Like I'm telling you, like not even knowing though. I'm like, we about to listen to how to manage the spirit of money. So I'm listening to this lady talk about money for 6 hours. I'm good. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And she over there like, man, like, I can't believe he really. And I'm like, what? But now I get it.
Just the whole ride, like.
Yeah. So.
Like I was kind of like. So boring.
That wasn't fair to her, man.
It wasn't. And I'm like, well, you should learn. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't working.
Yeah, that wasn't the vibes for that trip.
You have to have a balance of it. So we'll listen to praise and worship. We'll do personal development or healing work, whatever we do, and then we gonna trap it out.
We turn up.
Oh man.
So yeah. We was on the same wave with like music and stuff like that.
I definitely brought the ratchet out of him a little bit.
She definitely brought the little bit of the old me out. So.
All right.
They say ratchet and righteousness, right?
You know it.
Yin and the yang.
Balance.
You gotta let it fly.
Yeah.
So you gonna say D? You got it.
I was gonna say we end our show with a rapid.
Before we did that though, I was gonna ask as far as like future. So what's your future aspirations and goals with your business and just in general, you know?
You want me to go? Yeah. Okay, so let's start with us, right? To continue to develop our marriage, of course, and we want about 40, 50, 60 more years together. God
yes, definitely.
Put it out there.
We want to have children, of course. We won't be able to start that journey until chemo is like a year out of my system. Mm-hmm. So just working on getting back healthy after I finish these next 6 months, and then we want twins. So that's all over our vision board since we started.
Knocking that right away.
Yep. We would like to eventually move out of New Jersey. We're thinking like the DMV, Virginia area.
Still close enough to fam and stuff like that.
Close enough to drive if we need to. Marcus like, Cali?
I'm like, let's get up out of here.
You want to take off.
Let's get out of here, man.
Think about this though, Marcus. I understand that. But if you don't have family around you or friends that you truly trust around you in those places is tough. Once you start having your kids,
Yep.
you want people that you can lean on.
Keep pulling me back.
That's what I said. I said at least until we have kids and
Yep, I got it.
they get developed and babysit and stuff like that. But what else? We of course our Herbalife business. Continue to grow it. We are doing really, really well. Probably the best we ever. Ironically, our business is the best it's been in 6-7 years while going through this transition. So we're grateful for that. That we were not only was able to sustain, but be able to continue to grow our business. So just to continue on that journey. Also, we have a brand, Victorious Fit. We just started off with like resistant bands and sweat belts and stuff like that, but we plan to expand in that area. And then we'll be creating a nonprofit as well, to contribute to women with breast cancer. So that's another thing we plan to do. And
That's dope.
That's why he let you go. You had it all.
For real, he had it all down. Smart man.
Vision boards last night.
Just made new vision boards.
I'm gonna get a G-Wagon.
There you go. Talk to him.
Put it out there. Put it out there. We say put it in the atmosphere. You grab it.
Yeah, just all of that, man. I just want to create a beautiful home and a beautiful environment for my family.
Or,
I'm saying as we continue to grow through this, and of course, life will never be the same. Same before it was almost a year ago. But we can make the best of it, and we can roll with the punches. And one thing that I have set my desires in my, all my energy to is get my wife to Mexico to put her in the best position to live a long and healthy, happy, and prosperous life. So that'll be, my focus, my prayers, my energy. So we, we can get this money so we can go to Mexico, and and for her to be, live how she, desires to live. So
definitely
that's next. She just needs long-term stuff. But in the next 60 days, y'all gonna
that's dope.
We going to Mexico. Feel me?
Definitely.
All right, we're gonna go to the final segment of our show. We call it like a rapid fire section. Couple questions. We'll give you a couple of seconds to answer, and
it's fun.
It's fun. We'll see where it goes. All right, now both of y'all got to answer this. Who's the better cook? Marcus. Okay.
Say that quick.
Husband of the year.
Husband of the year.
Better in restaurants, like y'all don't know. Like
I go to restaurants just to see what they cook, so I can cook it at home
and cook it better.
It's not even a conversation for me to cook because he cooks so good. There's no need.
That's great.
Oh, that's good for you.
It's my love language. It's how I express my love.
All right.
I do.
Since both of you guys are former college athletes, who's the most competitive?
I don't know.
I would have to.
I probably eased up a little bit.
I would have to say me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very competitive.
Yeah, I eased up.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right. I got a green leaf question for you. Who's the more annoying character, Charity or Carissa? See?
Carissa.
I was going to say Charity, but Carissa.
I knew you was gonna say Carissa. Boy.
Oh my gosh, I still might have to say Charity because
Charity's a brat too.
She coming around, but Carissa, oh man.
Yeah, she trifling too.
So nasty.
Yeah, man. She had my. Never mind. Go ahead.
I never seen Greenleaf.
Bro, you don't know what you missed.
It's a good show, man.
Everyone's telling me that, but I'm gonna get on it. So I have a This Is Us question since you guys watched that. Right. Who's the better brother, Kevin or Randall?
The better brother?
Are you up to date with the show?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, all right. Yes. Who's the better brother? Well, that's a tough question. They both
better brother to who?
To the mom.
I'm gonna have to go with Kev.
Randall.
Rebecca.
I'm gonna have to go with
Kev. Ooh,
you know what's crazy? You know,
I'm gonna go with Kev just because he stayed down. Just because Randall stayed, I don't mean he the better son. Yeah. But I love how Kev supports his mom and lets his mom
choose
letting her live. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
who do you? Sidebar: Who do you think was more wrong in that argument at the end?
Randall.
Yeah, Randall was definitely wrong.
Randall was wrong.
Yeah, he was more wrong, but
Kev snapped on him at the end. He said some stuff he shouldn't have said.
he said some stuff he been wanting to say since he was 16.
Yeah.
but that's a built up though.
Yeah.
That was built up in him. He didn't want to say it, but Randall keep pushing those buttons.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I gotta say what I gotta say now. I'm gonna say it. Like you don't want to, but you can't get it back though. So I can't wait to see how that relationship develops and what happens. Because once you put that out in the atmosphere, you can't pull it back.
Yeah.
So now that's always gonna be in his mind. Like you thought this way the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So, all right,
last one, Drake or Cole. Well, last one for me, Drake or Cole.
Drizzy.
Yeah, I have to say Drake. Probably
Drake.
up to 2 years ago, we would be going back and forth. I'd be like, you really think Drake?
Yeah.
He'd be like, you really think J. Cole? But I really think Drake now.
I would break down the lyrics of Drake on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's crazy. But J. Cole crazy.
It's
too,
Drake.
But Drake is more.
Okay.
Oh, D Smoke too. That's our guy now too.
Who's that?
D Smoke.
Oh, Pop Smoke?
No, D Smoke, not Pop Smoke.
I don't know who that is.
He's showing his age.
Smoke, he won Rhythm and Flow.
Rhythm and Flow. He from West Coast.
All right,
we gotta put him on, man.
That got me on something new then. All right.
Man, definitely.
He rapping in English and Spanish.
Bro.
Yeah. We gonna take. I'm gonna take this offline and tell you about him. Jeez, I thought he knew it. I thought I didn't have to say nothing about that. All right, whatever.
He smoke. All right.
All right. So like Drake, we know that. But do you like singing Drake or rapping Drake? It's two different Drakes. So which ones do you like?
Like both, but
like both.
But we be snapping when he be rapping.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I need Drake in his bag. I don't need the Kiki.
Now my thing is,
don't sleep on the scene though, because some of the joints like be hitting too when he be harmonizing.
Oh no, he's totally.
No, that's my preference. I like him as an artist altogether. That's just my preference.
But check it out. Would you rather be Omarion as a singer or Jay-Z as a rapper? If you can rap, why wouldn't you just rap more?
Yeah.
If he sings, he's like Omarion. Not even Omarion. Omarion.
He's so versatile. He can relate to so many people on so many different levels. That's
he's a talented guy.
I like him because you know what I'm saying? Like, when I don't want to listen to rap, I can listen to my same favorite artist and listen to some R&B. You feel me? So like,
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't even got to switch the artist.
You get a whole separate playlist going.
And then I got a whole Drake just features. He didn't make the song; he just featuring on it.
He's a great artist, though. He's definitely probably this generation's artist. Like I think, like he's the one that kind of like crosses everything, and you see him on TV. You can see him doing, like he has a big ceiling. He ain't even hit it yet.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure having y'all on. I hope y'all had fun. Definitely. We had tons of fun. And shout out to Steph for making it happen. Shout out to my guy Josh. I knew Josh when he was 125 pounds. Now I need to go see him for some work.
Josh was the bridge for us even meeting.
Yeah, that's dope. So shout out to Josh. Well, if you guys want to shout out your social media or anything y'all doing, and now's the time.
Our Instagram is _victorious_Valentines. Facebook, Diamonique Valentine, Marcus Valentine. YouTube, Victorious Valentines.
All right, easy to find.
All our links is in our bio.
Yeah, all our links in our bio.
I want to say, and also for the Herbalife Nutrition, that's on your bios too, so they can. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so you can catch the Great Minds podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, and on IG at the Great Minds Podcast, on Twitter at the Great Minds P1. Happy to have the Valentines here, and thank you all for listening.
Appreciate it,
guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Definitely.